In this video, I want to share with you two very easy ways to stay present throughout an entire conversation that you're having with anybody. So there's this very common misconception that you need to try to become interesting and be interesting in conversation and show other people through effort that you are an interesting person worth talking to. And it's nothing could be farthest from the truth. Matter of fact, all you need to do to be interesting and come off as a person who really cares is be present in conversation. And I'm going to share with you two very simple ways that you can do this, but it does require you to actually wake up in those conversations, right? So when you're having a conversation, you're going to want to, let's say in the beginning of the day, right? Remind yourself that today I am going to be more present throughout the day. I'm going to be more present when I'm talking to other people, so that when you are talking to other people, use that as like a trigger right then and there, just to remind yourself that, okay, I'm going to try to become more present throughout this conversation, right? Now, the two ways that I'm talking about that make it easier for you to stay consistently present throughout the conversation is number one, this. So let go of your need to become interesting. Let go of your need to think of what you have to say. There's going to be some fear in the beginning, especially if you're talking to a new person, right? There's going to be a fear of doing this because you're afraid that if you don't think of what to say, nothing's going to come out of your mouth. But here's the trick. You have to stop fearing that nothing will come out. You have to stop trying to be interesting. You have to stop trying to use the mind to come up with responses for what to say. And you can easily still come off as interesting by asking more questions, which is number one. You don't need to actually make statements. You don't need to come off as interesting. You don't need to do anything to be interesting. All you need to do is ask questions. This is one such simple tool that people completely sleep over. If you just genuinely express interest in what the other person is saying, and then fully be attentive to what they're saying, not having a conversation with your own self in your own mind, you will naturally come off as interesting, and also you will stay present. Okay, so you actually have to genuinely care about what the other person has to say for this particular step. You have to care what they have to add to the conversation, and you have to just express that interest by asking them further questions. Really try to get down to what this person wants to talk about, what this person wants to express. Where are they in their current phase of life? And while they're answering, use that moment to become more present. Use that moment where you are just relaxing and listening. Use the listening portion of the conversation to just fully be present. And what you could do, you could also just kind of feel your body, right? Feel how your body feels. If it's sitting down on like a chair, feel like that you're sitting down on the chair. Feel your feet planted on the ground, and just anchor yourself into the now. All that remains in the now is just you feeling you having that body awareness and just the voice of this other person. And you just stay as present for as long as possible. As soon as you see yourself having a conversation with yourself, trying to think of what to say, trying to formulate a response, let go and come back. Don't fight it, just let go and come back. And now you're probably like, but what if I can't think of what to say? Here's the thing. You trying to create responses is what gets in the way of the natural flow of the conversation. Meanwhile, once you start practicing this presence and you start just being present in conversation, you will see that when it is your turn to speak, naturally, you just say something. And that something is usually better than what you planned on saying. There's a balance you have to find for yourself in this, right? By trial and error. In the beginning, you're going to be very resistant to do this. because you're just used to not being present. You're just used to figuring things out and getting in your own way of just flow. But now if you want this flow to work for you and just create your sentences, you're going to have to start becoming more present by, number one, asking more questions. Now, the second way to be present during the entire conversation is constantly seeking to give to the other person exactly what you desire. So when you're engaged in a conversation with someone, see what you want, right? Like maybe you're looking for attention, you're looking for approval, you're looking for respect, or maybe you're looking for love. What is it that you want? Maybe you're looking for them to laugh at your jokes. Maybe you're looking for them to understand you. What is it that you want? Now create that as an anchor. That is your anchor. That's like what you want the conversation to revolve around. But instead of seeking it from them, you're just going to be giving it to them. So if it's attention you want from them, just start by giving this person your full and undivided attention. Listen to them. If it's respect that you want from this person, instead of seeking it, constantly wake up in that conversation, right? Again and again with that anchor. Like always know what you're conversing for, what you're having this conversation for. Or even if it's just like a random conversation, still have an anchor. What do you want from this person? And now use that anchor, right? Use that as a reminder to wake up while in conversation, while asking those questions, when you're practicing your presence. In that being awake mode, learn to now create a flow in the conversation where you are just naturally giving the person respect if you want respect. You're giving them love if you want love. By doing this, you'll see that naturally they give you what you want. And on top of that, you are going to have a more intentional, a more wholesome, present conversation. But see, here's the thing. To do this, you have to remember to wake up again and again and again. And that's what the anchor is going to help you do. Always know, what you really are looking for, and literally just use that as your gateway, right? Like to wake up again and again, and then give to the other person exactly what you seek. If you're combining this with asking them questions and being fully present in the moment, maybe, using your body awareness to stay anchored in the present moment, then you will have no problem staying present in conversation. And if you do this, not only will you communicate better with everybody around you, but also you will start to receive the things that you are seeking from other people. You will have better relationships, more fulfilling relationships. You will literally be the person that everybody wants to be around. So practice this. Put these two things together and your conversations will get so much better. All right? If you have any questions about this, put them in the comment section below. But if you want one-on-one coaching with me to accelerate your manifestation, to become better at creating your own reality, link for that is in the description box below. All right. But other than that, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.